All right, happy Friday, everyone. We're finishing out the week with two more aerial event cards, right? This is in the Star Lord pack still. And he had a bunch of aerial cards for each, not a bunch, but he had one for each aspect that was pretty interesting. So we'll be doing the two of them today. I think there one more after that? No, there's not, but there is one more card after that. It's No, I take that back. This is the last one we'll do of this pack. This is the final one. I just realized the very last card is Enhanced Awareness, which is like the basic mental one, but we already covered that in Captain America. So I guess this is it for Star-Lord. So we're finishing off Friday with the end of Star-Lord. So let's go over these last two aerial event cards. Before we dive on into this one, do me a huge favor, make sure to go check out the podcast, subscribe to the channel, leave a review if you can. I really appreciate it. Wherever you listen to your podcast, I should be there. If I'm not, just let me know and I'll work on getting it onto that platform. It's pretty easy, so it's not a problem at all. Whatever it is to make life easier. So please do that. Please, consider supporting the channel that way. And if you want to support the channel monetarily, check out YouTube on my page or on this video. If you're on the desktop, you should be able to scroll down, see a join button. Click that. Lowest tier is 99 cents a month. The 99 cents helps out a ton, so I really appreciate everyone that supported this channel so far. Thank you so much. And if you support a higher tier, the $5 tier or the $10 tier or whatever, like, honestly, thank you. It means a ton, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, first card, Agile Flight. It's the 3-cost aerial justice card. So 3-cost event, Agile Flight, Justice. Aerial thwart, play only if your identity has aerial trait. Again, we talked about this yesterday with Die Bomb. Aerial was hard to come by. Now it's pretty easy. So remove a total of up to 5 threat among schemes as you choose. 3 for 5 threat removal is fine, but the big thing about this card is that you get to choose. Right, this is the nicest part of this card, is that I can do 2 here, 2 here, and 1 here, or whatever it may be. And especially now we have player side schemes, or just regular, like a lot more regular side schemes. Being able to remove that threat wherever it needs be, like, that's really nice to do. So I really enjoy this card. Do I use it as much as other ones? Well, a lot of times when I'm playing aerial, I'm being pretty aggressive, so I don't use it a ton. But there is value in this card. I think out of the 3 that we talk about, Die Bomb, this one, and the next one, which is Ever Vigilant, I think this is the worst one out of all of them. I kind of wish it was a 3 for 6 threat removal, but I get they want to make it too strong because the strength is in its flexibility. So that's the only like bummer downside of it. But I still think it's a really good card if you're running aerial trait cards, right? If you're running a bunch of aerial cards, I think this can make sense. I think it could be really strong. Like I said, always let me know your thoughts down below on it. Ever Vigilant's a really interesting card. So it's a 2-cost event, right? So Die Bomb was 4, Agile Flight was 3. This is only a 2-cost event. It's a protection event card. Aerial skill, play only if you're the aerial trait. Now, hero action, ready your hero and remove 2 threat from the main scheme. Now, back in the day, protection had a really hard time with dealing with threat, right? They didn't have a ton of options for it. It's probably still like one of their weaker things, like threat removal and minions, right? It can have a hard time with minions. So this was their way of kind of like not fixing it, but helping it. Readying your hero is nice because a lot of times protection, you're exhausting and not always able to ready up. So if you exhaust on the villain turn, right, you're not readying up. So now on your turn, you can ready your hero, or if you need to use it twice, whatever, you can ready up. But removing 2 threat from the main scheme is really nice, especially in solo. For multiplayer, maybe not. I mean, I guess it's kind of more of a support card then to help out your teammate or whatever it may be. I wish it didn't have the wording main scheme. I wish you could pick what scheme it was. Because there, as we talked about with Agile Flight, there's so many options for player size scheme and personal size scheme, or I'm sorry, players personal size scheme and regular size scheme and the main scheme. I wish it would have given you that flexibility. I think that's fine though. I get they want to make it too powerful and anything like that. It is a cheaper card. At 2 costs, it's relatively cheap. Being able to ready up your hero is really nice. But again, if you're playing a lot of solo protection, being able to remove 2 threat and protection deck is good. And then readying up your hero is just kind of like extra, right? Is definitely pretty strong. And especially again, if you have issues with minions, being able to attack, ready up your hero, and then possibly attack again while also removing 2 threat. I think the value is there. I think there's a good amount of value if you're running a protection aerial deck. This card I think is a must-have. As always, let me know your thoughts about these cards down below. Do you play a lot with aerial cards or no? Do you not use like aerial cards even in like aerial heroes? Like I get like angels like aerial focused, right? But if they just happen to have aerial, do you lean into the aerial trait a lot? Like I know we did for a while, but I'm not sure if a lot of people do. I still do. I still really like the aerial trait. So let me know your thoughts about that down below because I'd be interested in hearing about that. And while you scroll down, hit the like button, turn on or hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications. All that stuff helps out a ton. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this week. Hopefully it's been a good week. I will be back next week with some more videos. And I think I'll be live on Sunday, so definitely check that out. But yeah, we're finally done with Star Lord. We're still slowly making our way through, and I will see you all next week.